Why is Adriana skating with Braden Elliott?
That's the future of your rig. The universe is giving us a gift. Your talent and Adriana Russo.
This was such a fun show to watch. I can't imagine what it was like to get to do this. And it really seems like a show that would be a lot, that it would be intense, that there would be a lot of pressure to pull a lot of things off. So what was the hardest thing that each of you had to do that really felt personally challenging?
I would say for me, and I think this is typical for a lot of actors working on big shows like this, is your sleep schedule is not the way it should be.
No, that's true.
So I think working long hours and going from a night shoot to a day shoot, I think for me was probably trying to figure out how to regulate that off time to make sure you are rested, you know your lines, and you're ready for the next day.
Yeah, and for me, I can't speak for the others, but learning to skate well is certainly a pretty big challenge, because it's not like you're just learning to sort of get around on the ice. You're really trying to live up to the expectations of a professional competitor. So that was certainly a learning curve.
Yeah. Acting for me. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was probably the dancing. I don't come from a dance background at all. I do come from a skating background, hockey. So the dancing was extremely challenging to me. I don't know. As soon as I start dancing, like I'm the most uncoordinated person on planet Earth. But yeah, that was probably the most challenging.
I'm impressed with anybody that can pull off skating that doesn't do it like from birth, because as somebody who I've been a dancer since I was 4, and I stupidly went to a friend's 16th birthday party thinking, I'm a dancer, I can get on ice skates. It doesn't matter that I've never done it. I have dance ability, and I literally could not even walk without falling. So it's very impressive if anyone can pull that off.
Very much, yeah.
Well, between the drama of the competition, the drama of the relationships, I mean, there's so much drama on this show that what did each of you most enjoy? Like, what did you have the most fun with as far as what your characters got to explore this season?
I mean, I think the answer for all of us, I'm sure, has been the people. Like, truly, among the cast and the crew, we were really blessed with some incredibly talented people and also incredibly kind people. But in terms of my individual character, I have to say, like, I'm not much of a girly girl, but I was as a child. And I really loved being able to dress up like a princess. For the princess skate, truly, like in the sequins and the tiara, I loved it. So that was probably one of my favorites, and alongside getting to watch and do part of the princess skate itself. I think my skating double Nadia did a wonderful job of her portions of that, and I think it was just beautiful.
Yeah, I can't really, it's hard to pick one moment. I am a bit of an actor's actor, so I enjoyed torturing Freddie a bit and, living in all these really sad, difficult, challenging moments where he wants to say so much, but he can't. There was so many fun opportunities for performance, I think, across the board, that we all had a really good time with that too. But for me, that was a big one.
Yeah, I just think, just getting to work with everyone was such a joy. That's, again, like, this is a first lead that I've been in something, and it's nice to not just act with, one person for one scene in one episode. You get to really make memories with every character and every actor, and I really, really enjoyed that, and I'm gonna cherish that for a long time.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, in order to compete at the elite level of anything, you have to at least be a little bit cocky, because you have to believe that you can win. There's something particularly interesting about Adriana and Brayden, particularly because she kind of is the one that has to start with lower confidence that she builds up over the episodes, while he kind of has all of the confidence and then sort of starts to doubt himself. So what was it like for you guys to play with that and to find that as your characters grew?
Yeah, I like what you said. Yeah, that you need some sort of confidence, and Braden took that and just ran with it. He was like, "Oh, you need a little bit of confidence? What about a stupid amount of confidence?" But no, it was really fun to kind of have that switch, for sure, because you have to find the moments in the script, and you gotta really play those moments well to show that he's changing and he's different, and now he's like a little shy and a little, he's starting to feel these emotions, and so finding those scenes to really sink your teeth into were a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and I think for Adriana, she comes into this sort of faking confidence. Like she truly says to Braden, like, you have to skate with me. I won't go away until you do. Like, I'm going to figure everything out. And does she believe herself in that moment? Absolutely not. But she is kind of doing what she has seen, which has been from her older sister, Elise, which is just this sort of like really projected confidence, again, very similar to Braden. But I think as the season goes on and she develops more confidence, not only in her skating abilities, but also just in her character itself.
For much of the season, we see Freddie and Riley skating together and working together and trying to figure their relationship out. So how was it to explore and find that dynamic? What did you most enjoy about that relationship?
I mean, there's a lot of really cool things going into that. Of course, like that relationship is just as layered as any of the other in the show. I mean, working with Millie was incredible. The interesting thing about Riley and Freddie's relationship is that they share a lot of common ground in terms of their respect for each other as competitors. And, they spend a lot of time together at this point, living together, training together. But there is that sort of one-sided relationship as well, where Riley's really kind of into Freddie in a romantic way that Freddie doesn't reciprocate. And I think Freddie kind of sticks his head under the sand a little bit about it. There's just so many layers to it. And it was so cool to explore that with Millie.
I think their relationship's low-key more layered than ours. It's crazy. They got pretty much more drama than we do. It was cool to watch it and see that. So, because, you're not a part of those scenes, so really seeing that relationship was really cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
To get into spoilers, in the finale, I mean, there's a moment when Adriana finds Freddie at a carousel, like in the middle of the street, which, who has a moment like that except in a TV show? I would like to share a moment like that really kind of reminds these characters of their past, but also kind of has them moving forward into their present. It's sort of kind of magical to have a setting like that.
Well, it is magical. And like the cool part about it is it's magical in the story, and it's also magical in real life. We're in the middle of Montmartre shooting like this incredible scene in this beautiful
scene of the whole show,
in the pouring rain on this beautifully lit carousel.
And we're racing against the clock because the building behind us was going to turn off their lights.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it was like, we have one take for each or whatever it was. And so I think that sort of added to the magic of it. But I think for both of us, it was like, we've been through so much as characters together, but also shooting this whole show together. And it was a really nice way to finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you guys found out about the love triangle and then you learned how it would play out, were any of you surprised by Adriana's choice? Like, whether you found out from reading the book or from reading the scripts, what was your reaction to everything that happened?
Oh, justified. Totally justified. I was reading this, I was like, how is Braden even in this conversation right now? Like, Freddie is just like this.
You see, okay, I do not feel that way.
No?
No,
okay. Maybe it's just because I'm Team Freddie.
Obviously, I am Team Freddie. But I'm Team Braden too. Like, you put so much work into trying to make this relationship work competitively and romantically and everything. And then, like, to see it fall through your fingers at the end of the show is like, it really kind of broke my heart a little bit. And as much as I was rooting for Freddie, of course. There's a lot to it.
Maybe I'm just a sucker for the nice guy.
Yeah, there you go.
The underdog.
Well, I think too, like, Adriana sort of has to teach Braden how to be an emotional human, like how to access that part of himself.
Like a dog. Just kidding.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
And I feel that even though Braden works really hard at it, there's still going to be that inequity.
Yeah.
And so, is there a possibility for them in the future? I don't know, maybe. But I think at this point, ending it here, I want Adriana to be with somebody who can be at her level and can teach her things as well. And I think Freddie can.
They also don't know that Braden saw them together when they are on that carousel. So what do you think that moment was like for Braden? I mean, do you think it was actually more important for him to kind of see them together himself without having to hear the way she explained that?
Yeah, that was when I was told like that was happening, I was like, oh, that's gonna be really sad. And you can kind of see when he does see that. I do think it was important for him to see that, and especially leading up to that conversation when they're watching Maria and Charlie dance, not showing that he's super upset off the start, but then it just like he can't keep that up anymore, and he just breaks down and he's pleading. I think it definitely goes back to his parents a little bit. He's kind of been chucked to the side by his parents, and so now it's happening again, and he's trying like hell to stop that from happening. So I do think it was very important for him to see, especially going into that. Imagine not knowing that the girl that you are in love with is kissing her ex-boyfriend on this super nice, amazing, what do you even call it? The carousel in the rain in Paris. That would suck. Like, God, you guys couldn't have picked like a worse spot. Like, come on.
He definitely didn't let you
Take
up.
it up to the
No,
writers.
man. He stabbed the knife in me and really twisted it.
In the moment when Adriana and Brayden learn that they've won Worlds, Adriana goes to hug him and he tells her no. And I just thought there was so much in that moment. Do you think that she really thought that she could just kind of brush his feelings aside and that he wouldn't be pissed about everything that happened? Like, how did you figure that moment out?
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. For Braden, it was just like, I can't believe this girl's actually trying to hug me right now. That's just how I thought. I don't know what Maddie's thought process was on that, but.
Well, I mean, I think Braden has always been someone who is very interested in his image, right? And that's kind of one of the reasons that he starts skating with Adriana in the first place. And so I think Adriana feels, even if he is so mad at her, he's not going to do anything when the cameras are rolling, but he does. And so I think that stings. And I think about it too, like I think that is a pivotal change in his character because even at the sponsorship gala when Braden is talking to Elise and he kind of says like, when two people are too passionate, things get too hot, you take a break, you cool down, and now we're good again. I think that's what she was expecting. Like, we got the thing that we wanted. Isn't this the thing that you wanted? And I think she doesn't realize how important she is to him.
How do you feel too about his decision to leave and not skate in the closing gala? Because I thought that was also another really interesting decision and situation that Braden and Freddie have before that. I thought that was all like really interesting the way that played out.
Yeah, no, it was fun because that was like the end of the day. That was like 3 or 4 in the morning at that point. So we were like already like tired, and I think it actually kind of played off nicely. But you can see as he's walking away and he's like, where are you going? Like,
Oh, is this the hallway
this is
scene?
the hallway
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
And then he's like, you're supposed to be skating with Adriana, and you see Braden stop and his face kind of drops, but then he turns around and he has that facade again. I'm like, you know what, man, I got her gold, I promised her gold, and he's out. But that's not how he's feeling at all. He's feeling hurt. He's feeling, But that was
That was a really
scene.
fun scene. I think for Freddie in that scene, he's sort of thinking about, at this point, he has like a decent deal of respect for Braden, I think, as a competitor and as a man as well. And I think half of him wants to just grab Braden and go like, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. Like, this is your opportunity to step up, to be here right now. And he doesn't take it, but there's a lot going on that I think Freddie understands about Braden as well, with his relationship to his competitiveness and his family history and everything. And it's just, it's this moment where nothing gets said between the two of us, and I think we both have a lot to say to each other.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't want people to misconstrue that. Like, Braden is not mad at Freddie for what he did. He understands. Like, he gets why he loves her. He loves her. He's mad at her. So he's trying to hurt her, not him. And so I don't know. I really like that hallway scene. Yeah, there's a million words said in 3 sentences.
How did you also feel about the moment when Adriana goes out on the ice alone and then has her sisters join her? Because I thought that was actually the really kind of the best way to handle that moment.
I mean, when I first, so we didn't get all of the episodes right away, even when we started filming. They kind of came later, but we knew generally what was going to happen. And so I remember hearing from the writers that was the way that they were going to have Adriana end her skating journey. And oh man, did that hit me in my heartstrings. I think Adriana in that moment is feeling the most alone she probably has ever in her life. Especially like with her mom's wings on, with her mom's song playing in front of, what is her entire world. And I think seeing her two sisters show up for her in ways that she had never asked for. This is someone who does not ask for help, who just expects that she can handle everything by herself, realizing that the people around her can kind of see through that and choose to be there for her, even when being on the ice is not a thing that either of them want to do at that moment in time, and they push past that for her. I think it's really special.
Yeah, I thought it was beautifully done because she does kind of feel that pain of everything that happened and, things that she kind of was at fault for too. But then it also has that moment of her family coming together when they have had all of their drama all season.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, maybe I'm just cynical, but it seems a little bit like Adriana and Freddie skating together again could kind of be a disaster, especially when they've just restarted their romance. So how do you guys think that is going to work out for them? Like, do you think that they're just meant to be together so it'll work out? Like, how do you feel about their next steps?
Well, knowing the tone of the show, there will probably be some drama involved, I'm sure. But
at every episode break, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I would say any good ideas I have are going directly to the writers. If I say them here, they won't happen. So I can't really pass that along. But I think there have to be some ups and downs in order for them to learn some more lessons, which I think all of these characters have to do.
Yeah, it seems like throwing that competitive aspect into a relationship that, yes, they have history, but is kind of new again, is, more than most people probably should be taking on at once.
Well, and there's the whole, there's the rose-colored glasses thing too, which is, there is a true love between Freddie and Adriana.
Absolutely.
But also, these memories it's a lot of time. They're two different people, two different competitors now, and like, who's to say exactly what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I hope it gets to happen.
Yeah, I actually really liked that at the end of this, Braden and Riley are paired together. I think that they are both characters who deserve some sort of happy ending, whatever that is. So how do you feel about that? What do you think would be most interesting about like getting to see their pairing, especially working together?
Okay, I think truthfully, Adriana is not a very good friend to Riley through a lot of this show. I think that she expects that Riley is just going to be there and that she's going to be consistent and kind of people-pleasy. And I'm really excited that, at least in that last scene, Riley doesn't even say anything, but you can see it in her eyes that, like, there's some tension between her and Adriana too. And I think that is good and that is what she deserves as a character. And I hope that Adriana gets to learn a couple more lessons about how to be in a friendship as well. Will that be messy with also her feelings with Braden? Absolutely. And I can't wait to see what that would look like.
Yeah. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be really fun. I don't know. That relationship is going to be built on pure, revenge for Braden, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I think he knows what he's doing. So that's going to be really fun to play that with you guys.